Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, where these fans have been getting prepared to cheer on a whole pack of Badgers since early in the morning. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Badgers will kick it away to start. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. They go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far,
hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. The 20, inside the 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they get it done with a big play, a 76-yarder for the score. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Offense getting set for first down. They'll leave it with him. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? In the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Tackled after picking up the first down.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today, though.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season, playoffs down the road, make your statement here today.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on 4th down in their first drive. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's 4th and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
They go right back to him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Scanning the field, it's Browning. Throws for the tight end. And that pass picked off. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
They'll start this drive with a pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
Man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this route.
Looking downfield, it's Browning. They're setting up the screen. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
He didn't get big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. They'll try it on the ground. Still on his feet at the 45. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And I like this. I like aggressiveness, especially early in ball games. Set the tone. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to play 4-down football. Nowadays, it makes a lot of sense. You see it with analytics. Go for it, even if it's in your own territory.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially in the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw in that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
Leaves it with the running back. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the downs. And here comes the offense on second down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. They'll send out the kicker here. And this one is anything but routine, a 48-yard attempt from the right hash. Offense calls a timeout here, critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The Buckeyes will try to pick it up on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of his, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Line getting set on second down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. At the 45 on his way. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score tied at 7.
First down to start the drive after the break. Fast motion from the offense. Quick pass on the fly motion. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Ran the ball on first down. Let's see what they do on second. Let's go. Snap it to the back. Got enough for the first. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it.
And on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
They'll try to get on the same page this time. 2nd and 10 from the 31. Caught over the middle. It's Wilson. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
And the Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. Defense going all in to stop the run. This is a design run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. The Badgers want to move quickly. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Quarterback will keep it. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
4th down here. It's still early in the game. I'm not chasing points. Take the field goal, pay this drive off.
And they have analytical cards nowadays that says the exact situation, what the score is, do you go for it or not? Look at the card, make the decision.
Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. Finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Looking for room at the 40. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. The give to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. The give to the back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Browning. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. Takes it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He'll start this drive firing. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oftentimes defenses see empty sets, and that's when they want to dial up pressure, knowing there's no extra bodies back there to protect the quarterback. They were able to get to him on that one, and that's why the ball was incomplete.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires toward the end zone. Oh, picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, Dave. Lofts one high and deep. And he makes the catch at the 25. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. Barges ahead. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense, man. Late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Boy, they hope this this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive there.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
First down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. He fires one deep over the middle. It's complete, a huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Comes out throwing on first down. He's not afraid to go deep. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Badger. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
4 receivers set, 2 on each side on 2nd and 8. To the air, it's Browning. Getting some heat. He lost it high and deep down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. Touchdown, Ohio State. That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll call for the fair catch here. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Just over 20 seconds to play here in the half. How aggressive can they afford to be here? On the move. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Now 7 defensive backs on the field getting ready for a passing down. Little touch pass to the receiver. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to him. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Looking deep down the right side. The pass is incomplete and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
One more snap coming before halftime.
Let's go.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Going back to the well, another deep ball. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half.
Number 18, set to kick this one over.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They put points on the board in the first half, but still find themselves in a hole.
And if I'm this offense, man, I'm not trying to change anything. I scored a bunch of points. I've been successful. Jesse, the defense has to catch up here in the second half.
Yeah, they do. They're going to have to start making plays, but you can only control what you can control. So for the offense, go out, do your job, trusting that your defense is going to make a play.
Tackle is made after the first down.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. They're working that left side, and they get him down. And the Badgers moving quickly to the line. From the gun on 3rd down. Grabs it in the middle. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Now on the move. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because
going for it all. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Man, it's so hard to play defense nowadays. You got a strike zone where you can hit people. You get flagged for targeting. You get flagged for pass interference. That was beautiful. Great job in the end zone, making it a hard window to throw into, and when he caught it, making him feel you.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. This drive facing a little adversity now. A 10-yard loss leaves him with 2nd and 20. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. They get him down after he makes the catch. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Trying to get to him. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Still running at the 35. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Boise State is just getting blown off the field right now on that Smurf turf. And at this rate, I'm not sure this won't get worse. They're trailing by 14 to BYU. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Still on his feet at the 40. Got a lot of running room. The 20. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm.
Makes a catch down the right side. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Working that left side now. On the move at the 30. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down for this offense. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Makes his connection. Strong, firm tackle. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
That last completion sets him up on second down. This quarterback part of their running game. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. The Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Setting up the screen. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. We always talk about the Wisconsin ground game, but the Badgers have had some efficient quarterbacks in recent years, too.
And just finding the guy that fits, right? They're a scheme fit, a system fit. Finding that guy that can be a complement to the run game. That's what you...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. And the Badgers want to pick up the tempo. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Barrels ahead. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. The big fellas line up in a goal line defense. Quarterback checking off. Just going to keep it after the snap. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And that was a nice second down run. It's setting up 3rd and inches. And now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some extra bodies, some extra tight ends in. Go to that play that you know is your short yardage play.
Quarterback keeps it. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. He'll set up to throw. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin!
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
After the touchdown, if they could get this 2, we'll have a tie ball game. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. Looking for the end zone, and he won't find it. The sack, and the lead remains at 2. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. On first down, here comes this offense. The give out of the gun. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
Second down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Ohio State 28, Wisconsin 26.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Looking to throw, it's Browning. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
You talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock, try to win. No, sir. Our ball, first down.
Breaks the tackle. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know, you toss the ball to the running back to get him away from all the big boys, right? Like, stay away from the beef. Those guys get you on the ground with one meat hook. Do a good job tossing the ball in the perimeter. But goodness gracious, has to break one tackle, just fighting as hard as he can to try to get positive yards, but too many guys coming after him too quickly.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. He's looking to throw. Quarterback now breaking the field. Slings it downfield. And it's picked off at the goal line.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point, and he was able to come away with the pick.
He'll try the left side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if they're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. They'll keep it on the ground. He hits that hole. It opened up for him as he gets 6 and all the way out to the 9-yard line.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand, they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing. So I look for this defense to get a little bit aggressive.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Snags it down the right side. And he breaks into the open. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Ohio State. And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground. You're in a zone, and everything is going your way.
Wisconsin, 26.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Touch pass on the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. 3rd down.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
The Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll go with a direct snap. Fights off the defender.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wide out in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things, you can tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big 1st down.
And the Badgers are on the move. Going up top on 1st down. Got the back over the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out.
Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
When you're trailing in the fourth quarter, it's not just the other team, right? You're fighting against that clock. Nice heads-up play by the QB. He does a great job scrambling, getting the first down, and then stopping that clock.
He's got his man. They stopped him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. A run for the quarterback. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The Badgers have it with a first and goal.
Let's go.
They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Direct snap. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is, and he's got it! Touchdown, Badger! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Wyoming needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there in Laramie behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 10 to Vanderbilt. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Smart move to keep it on the ground. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
Well, at this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, deep in their own end, they're going to want to run the football, no doubt. The defense knows that, and they're going to be trying to rip it out, seeing if they can get a takeaway to set up their offense in great field position. So ball security right here has got to be big.
With jet sweep pass. Smashes through. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. The give from the gun. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to the back. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop. And if it's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
And the Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. They're getting this guy lathered up. Powers through the defender. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Running back searching for a hole. Still on his feet at the 45. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Quarterback takes a knee. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They've dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the park each and every week. And that's what we've seen from this team now recently. They've got tremendous players. They've got an outstanding coaching staff. When they put it all together and they play with great effort, this team's tough to beat.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.